The passing of wealth through the generations. With the increase of inheritance taxes and the next generation finding it harder than ever to build wealth, we are seeing more and more families and often advising across 3 generations. And we've spotted patterns that we think it would be useful to share. Most families spend decades building wealth, but very few have a clear path for how that wealth actually moves to the next generation. And without proper planning, a significant proportion of family wealth can be lost to tax, poor decisions, no decisions, or simply a lack of structure. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps that we often use when helping families pass wealth across generations, while still ensuring they live the lives that they want for themselves. Step number 1, secure your own financial future first. The first rule of any intergenerational plan is simple. It's make sure you have enough for your own lifetime first. Many people want to start helping their children or grandchildren financially. That might be helping with a house deposit, education costs, or giving them a financial head start in life. But before making large gifts, you need to understand things like how much income you'll need in retirement, what kind of lifestyle you want, how much does this cost, how your investments may grow over time, how long your wealth needs to last, and how market fluctuations might impact your plan. Once this is clear, families can often give with much more confidence because they know their own lifestyle is fully protected. This part might sound obvious, but it's often where we see the biggest mistakes and it can cripple decision making. Step number 2, decide how and when to gift. The next step is deciding how and when the wealth should be passed down. Many families today prefer giving with what's called warm hands rather than cold hands. In other words, supporting the next generation during their lifetime, rather than leaving everything in an estate. This can often help their children during their most expensive time in life, whilst they are bringing up children and paying large mortgage costs. It's also important to note that this can be done as a combination of warm and cold gifts that can be planned in advance. The key here is control. By planning this out, you can maximise tax allowances and ensure more of your wealth is passed on with less inheritance tax. Step number 3, plan carefully for tax. It's likely that if you're in the fortunate position where you can gift children money, then you will have an inheritance tax liability. Without planning, inheritance tax can take a significant proportion, currently at 40% of family wealth, and it can cause undue stress for your bereaved family at an already stressful time. It's also worth pointing out the inheritance tax bill needs paying before distribution of assets. But with thoughtful planning, many families can reduce that liability substantially and often remove it completely. This could include things like using annual gifting allowances, making lifetime gifts earlier, structuring investments efficiently, investing in qualified BPR investments, gifting on a regular basis from surplus income, which can exclude the 7-year gifting window, using pensions strategically, or considering trusts where appropriate. Timing can also make a huge difference here. The earlier these conversations happen, the more flexibility families often have. Understanding the rules on an intricate basis is key, as there are a lot of allowances that can be used to mitigate this, and it's super important. I've done a video on this separately and I highly recommend that you watch this. I would also recommend seeking a financial advisor in this area, as it's likely the benefit of the advice would far outweigh any costs. Step number 4, prepare the next generation. One of the most overlooked parts of wealth planning is preparing the next generation to actually manage wealth responsibly. We often start working with clients' adult children long before the inheritance has actually taken place. We can help them understand how investing works, how to think about long-term planning, and how to make sensible financial decisions. This creates continuity across the family and helps ensure wealth continues to support future generations. When wealth is passed down without planning, it can easily become fragmented, taxed heavily, or mismanaged. But when families approach it thoughtfully, wealth can provide opportunity, security, and stability for generations to come. And that's why increasingly we're not just working with individuals, we're working with entire families across 3 or 4 generations. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. I'd really be interested to hear your thoughts on ideas for the next video. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.